Select your character.
Alright, so last time we did Tails. He's not 100% done. Stop lying to me, game. We're doing Knuckles next. Time to flex the Knuckles. Man, look at that very CG Angel Island. Looks like clay.
Also pretty sure that should be illegal. I think it should be too.
Yeah, not having any days to take off for vacation or sick, I think actually should be illegal. It makes no sense, honestly, to restrict their workers like that.
No, it shouldn't.
I don't know why I was given this job, why it was my fate.
I think, like, vacation days, I understand that being wish-washy to some companies, but sick days, I feel, should be a requirement. You should have those as a company. Because you never know when your employees can get sick.
Especially
you can't
a
plan for
company
sickness.
like mine. It isn't like I'm not... It isn't like I'm working, like, at McDonald's or something like that.
Yeah, right?
I hate saying that because every job's as should have the same benefits as every other job. But, you know, I work at a chemical plant where
Something's happened to the master.
Alright,
it's
quick
kind of like,
question.
okay,
Before you go on, quick question. Act 1 or Act 2?
Oh, I'll get you for this.
Modern or classic?
modern.
Generations or Forces? Please say Generations.
Generations.
Oh, thank God.
Hey, no fair.
The
Why?
Forces one would be worse on you. More chemicals.
Oh.
I had to.
Oh, chemical plant. Yeah,
I had to. Yep.
What's happening?
I'm sorry, I just now understood what you're
It
saying.
took him a minute.
Sorry.
Whoa, that was incredible.
I just
Topical.
hung up.
Anything like it. Oh no, it's starting
But,
to happen.
you know, I
The Master Emerald's
I really do
this
think
whole
that, you
island
know,
will fall into the ocean.
like I said, every job should have paid time off, no matter what it is, even if it's something as small as like working at McDonald's.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like I work in a actual manufacturing plant. You would think that they would have more benefits than that, but they don't really.
Yeah. You would think. No.
It's up to me to find the missing pieces
So
of the
stupid
Master
too, because
Emerald.
I can't even get the insurance from the company itself.
Easy.
Because if I do get it, it'll cost me over like half my paycheck.
There's
I
really
said no. It's one reason why I'm like. That's why I ended up getting, you know, cheaper insurance. Insurance should be free too, in my honest opinion. Everybody should have a right to health care.
Yeah, you would think. Oh wait, no, I can't do this yet. I'm thinking one of these places you have an emerald here, an emblem that you can dig up, but I don't have the digging gloves yet. How do I dig?
How do you dig?
On the radar to find the pieces of the
I don't know how to dig.
So we're playing the game with a much better emerald radar, SA1, so it'll be very easy to find these things. This radar goes off no matter where an emblem is, or emerald
Yeah,
piece. It's hard to read.
Tells you where all the emerald pieces, not one by one.
Yeah. I mean, luckily that you can fix that if you're playing the PC version of Sonic Adventure 2, because the mod loader for that game actually has that built in as a cheat code. 'Cause that's what made the randomizer much easier to go through. When I got a character that wasn't treasure hunting. You try and doing a treasure hunting stage as a mech character. It's not easy.
Okay, it says, you know what else is rough? This week I closed on Tuesday and opened on Wednesday. I closed tomorrow and open on Saturday. My coworker closes tonight and opens 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Oof. That's
One would think that a billion-dollar company would have benefits, but no. Yeah.
Good enough.
Careful with that hot take, Matt. Some people on the political spectrum don't feel the same. Honestly, at this point, I don't give a shit.
yeah.
That's just my opinion. If people have issues with it, then people have issues with it. You know, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like,
See,
I'm not going to tell them that they're wrong if they feel differently.
I just
I'll
think
say-
we kind of need it nowadays because no one can afford it and everyone goes to the doctor gets, you know, in a bankrupt hole. So, that does not help.
You can go to the casino.
I know, I was just being I know you work. I know you work here. I was just saying, it's like, if people really want to start getting after me for my opinion, then I'm at
As
the
my
point
controller
where-
continuing to vibrate. How do I turn this off? Nope, still vibrating. Why am I
You got
vibrating?
Medicaid? Oh, you got Medicaid, Ethan?
I wish
Okay.
I still had that. I had that years
Oh,
ago, but not anymore.
I
I'm
would
not
try to
eligible
get
for it anymore because apparently my money amount for what I work just doesn't match. It's dumb.
How do you?
Why is this controller still vibrating?
Didn't we try to get Medicaid once?
I didn't mean to hit reset, but okay. I am actually going to quit out this game really quick because this vibration thing is actually bugging me. It's still vibrating and my game is turned off.
Lester, it's trying to tell you something. People have issues with everything, especially the color of Sonic's eyes. Also, the,
Yeah.
the color of his arms, too.
Sega.
Some reason.
Yeah.
You have no
That is
insurance. If I become ill or injuries, I'm in trouble. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I agree on that one. That's why I'm doing whatever I can to just stay as healthy as possible. Because the Doctor Bill would be very killing.
Might I suggest a good insurance company? I like mine. I have Sigma. I don't want, like, for both me and Amber to be on a plan. I think we only pay $107 for insurance.
Yeah, which is alright.
Just cheap. I mean, $100 is not cheap.
No. I mean, I can't afford to do that for that reason.
No trains
Yeah.
are currently in service.
I know when I turned 26, I had to go get insurance because I couldn't be on my parents anymore.
Oh, wow. Okay, that was much better than the first time we popped in this level with controller problems. 2 emblems right next to me. 3 emblems, never mind. 3 master emblems.
All 3. Ah. 3 Master Emerald pieces.
I'm guessing one of them's in Sonic's foot. Yeah, so this statue, actually interesting enough, you can get this in Sonic's version of the level, but to do it, you need an absurd amount of rings in the bank. It's not worth it. It's a cool thing, it's there, but don't do it, because it's just a waste of time.
Just be careful. All I gotta say is just be careful on not having insurance, because I think you get fined for it at the end of the year, tax season.
Which I hate the concept of that. I'm not even being political with that one. I just think the idea of finding someone for not having enough money to pay for something is stupid. That doesn't make any sense. That's a corporate decision, not a political decision.
Like, I get it, insurance is important, but some people just can't afford that.
Yeah, so to punish them by charging them more money for it is a stupid idea. This is how people go bankrupt.
It's just, I hate being this way because it makes me sound like I'm really, really jealous of other people. I'm not. I really am not. But,
Way to go.
it's times like this that I really wish that I had a bigger YouTube audience and actually made a lot of money off of YouTube.
Yeah.
I hate being that
I don't
way.
know. With the way you today,
I mean, yeah, that wouldn't help.
This way.
I mean, if I
I've
was
seen
smart
more-
about it.
I see
For
more
money, yeah.
income from Twitch than YouTube, I'll just put it that way. I can't say my numbers, but I can tell you for a fact, Twitch has been way better than YouTube.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, you know what I mean. You just have higher, bigger audiences, both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then I know that I'd be able to,
That's why I couldn't see it.
save money or, like, invest my money, like, smart with it.
Yeah.
And then actually have, a livable income for a while.
Getting away, I got a bubble.
I have to choose insurance money and pay rent. I don't want to be home. Blame
Yeah.
you.
And that's why I don't
First,
like the
that's
idea of
stupid.
fining people for not being able to afford it. Because some people just flat out have to
I don't
choose.
remember being here before.
SLPs, you could always return to accounting or other mathematic-related profession.
Is
Try smart
familiar.
cooking. I mean, I could. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Last time I had
This
an
is
accounting
very
job, though,
strange.
I just realized I hated the profession.
Well, it didn't do all
I-
that much for you financially, too, if I'm not mistaken. It was
No,
about the
it-
same, not less than
I'll
what
put
your
it this
current
way.
job is.
At my current job right now, I'm getting paid the same amount of money I was making. Same amount. So it's not too different of what my situation is now.
Yeah.
But like I said, I could do that, but my biggest issue is I realized, and I shouldn't say this about myself, but like I think I went to school for the wrong thing. I really did feel like I went to the school for the wrong thing because I liked accounting when it was learning about it, but then it got bad, and then I just
Huh?
didn't care for it
Now
anymore.
where am I?
And when I did my first job as an
Back in
accountant,
Station Square,
I hated it. I hated the idea of
What's
sitting
going
down
on
at a
here
desk all
anyway?
day, like doing that, doing like
I mean,
paperwork and
that's the
stuff.
problem going to school for this stuff, because it never really... It prepares you for the actual, like, workplace of how that actually is. So when you finally get there, it's not the same as just reading from the book.
I
No,
wonder what those guys are doing.
I mean, granted,
I wonder what those
if
guys
like
are doing.
I told Amber this, I said maybe I should have just became like a game designer, something I actually care about.
No. Do you like computers? Do you like to work with the very technical side? If not, no.
Hey, it's Dr.
Because trust me, I went that route too. Didn't work out.
There.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Took like one class
Well-
on that, and I didn't understand the thing.
Okay.
You gotta like programming to do game design.
I get that.
I mean,
But
a
I'm
game
like,
tester
at
would
least
be a different
try-
case.
Eggman, give me back the Master Emerald.
Well, you know what I mean. It's just
Yeah.
something I should have done something different than.
You're
I still
right.
think you would have been a good teacher.
You think I would have been a good teacher?
I mean, you can still easily do something like that nowadays in any kind of subject. Just pick something that you would like to teach. Because I got told if I wanted to try to use my degree, go back
Chaos.
to get like a
That
standard
creature again. The same
bachelor's
one
in
I saw
anything at
on
that
my
point,
island.
just so I can use it for teaching, and then I could just teach a computer field.
was
But
there when
nowadays that'd be
Master
hard to
Emerald
teach with everything
shattered.
changing
I'm
so
sure of
fast.
it.
You would have to
He
keep
saved
up
me
with
the
it
trouble of
immensely,
looking for
and I
him.
try my best.
Now
I
I'll get
still
him
am out
good.
the loop with a lot of stuff. I didn't even know they were getting ready to release DDR5 RAM this year. I'm like, wait, what? I haven't heard about this. That was in talks since like 2018 or something like that. So that's how far the tech loop I'm out of.
Changing shape won't
About
scare
2
me.
years worth.
Fine. Give it your
Speaking
best
of which, it's actually an interesting thing to kind of bring up, because everyone in our audience can agree Stadia is hot garbage. Apparently, Google has some competition in the stream world now with NVIDIA. They launched their own streaming program. Miles better than what Stadia is doing, because it just taps into your
Oh.
Steam library, for starters.
That's such a low bar to set, though.
I know. But the biggest thing is apparently there's a free version of it, where you can stream your games and it costs nothing to stream them for an hour, which is actually pretty good for a free option, because Stadia doesn't even have their free option yet. That got delayed of all things. And the paid version gives you like 6 hours or something like that, and it's not that expensive. And there's a huge catalog of games you can use. And people apparently say the experience is pretty alright. Better than Stadia. So yeah, that's it was a low bar to set, but NVIDIA like passed it very easily.
So you know somebody who worked on one of the Mortal Kombat games?
That's interesting, yeah.
Oh, we're fighting Chaos too, by the way. That other
And he did. And I'm floating.
was that Chaos too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean we were fighting him?
Yeah, exactly. Now he did.
You have yet to see
Absorb
the
him, Eggman.
powers of chaos.
Become perfect Eggman chaos.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't roll off the tongue so well.
Still doesn't faze me. You hear?
I know something that might. It's about Sonic.
What?
Chaos Control. Oh wait,
What about
well,
Sonic?
He's after the pieces of the Master Emerald too.
What do you mean?
You're not the only one on a wild goose chase, idiot.
Man, I've been kind of late. These past 2 days kind of spoiled me. I'm looking at the clock, I'm like, well, I don't have to. Yeah, you do from work.
Yeah, because you're not used to that being off for about 2 days.
I'm not used to having days off.
I wonder
And granted,
what that.
mine was good for good reasons. But
Yeah. I don't think you're supposed to see those balls of light in that cutscene. That's a side effect of widescreen. Oh, now to Mystic Ruins.
I
Away!
wonder why Sonic is after the Master Emerald.
I didn't even bother putting me outside.
I'd better work fast and get to the bottom of this.
Work fast, you say? I'm not here yet.
You got-
I thought they're gonna be right here. Like, work fast. Hi. Give me my ammo. Not yet. Jumping the gun.
Oh, you gotta go to Ice Cap Zone?
No, I don't even think you do Ice Cap with Knuckles. It's Red Mountain you do as him.
Well, that's right.
Also, I hate this emblem. This is in the worst spot. It was a genius to put an emblem in the middle of nowhere. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. I actually jumped ahead here even more. I need the monkey destruction switch.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Monkey Destruction Switch.
The train headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
Oh no, I'm locked in. Whatever show I do.
You get the digging claw.
You've got the shovel claw. Now you can dig through dirt and stone. Press the jump.
It almost
and
feels like
action
this should have just
buttons
been part of Knuckles'
simultaneously.
native moveset. And both this game and Adventure 2, he needs digging claws.
I mean, yeah. I agree with you on that.
Oh yeah, I also forgot how you dig in this game is really weird, because you have to press both the jump and attack buttons to actually dig. They didn't do the context-sensitive thing until the next game. Which was kind of better for stuff like that. Not as good for Sonic, because he had like 5 moves mapped to one button. So whenever you want to use Magic Hands, just stop and wait a minute. Cycle through all your options, it's always the last one. Magic Hands was just a cool item. But
Yeah.
it's so terrible to use because of the menuing.
Magic Hands was so useless, though.
It was. Like, it was a cool idea for an item. It's just, you couldn't really do much with it because it was so clunky.
Emeralds are sometimes found underground. Try digging for them.
Find these emerald pieces. I do like the, yeah, like you said before, I do like the radar in this game better than SA2's.
Yeah, and the hint system here is sometimes better. Because it's not hints, it just points in the right direction. So sometimes it's easier to tell where you're going with the ball, like just homing in and saying, hey, go over here, stupid.
Not only that, this game doesn't have ranking. It doesn't penalize you for using them.
Yeah, that's true. Because the thing is, that you could have used the hints in SA2 for the rankings, but you were only allowed to use one, because anything past that, you get too low of a score to get A ranks. So you pretty much had to memorize what that first hint meant.
This way.
But when I learned how to do 180 emblems for that game, I had to really memorize what the first hints pointed at. There was a lot more that goes into 100%ing SA2 in this game. Because I've never actually gotten all 130 emblems for this one, but SA2 I have. That was around the time the HD version came out I did that.
Yeah.
Wasn't easy.
No. Chow Garden took 10 hours.
Well, Chow going not nearly as bad for me because I used the glitch that leveled up your Chow extremely quick.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Yeah, I did because I didn't want to sit there for hours.
Because I could never do it right.
It's not too hard to do, but it is a little picky, so I don't blame you. Because if you don't put the Chow in like the right spot, it just won't work. Where the heck are you? Oh, there you are. You're in the lava. grab this one up first. Time to take a dip.
Good enough.
Now, interesting thing, I think it works for both Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. I know this works for SA2 because I've seen this mod already. But there's actually a mod program that lets you import your chow data from the Dreamcast and the GameCube versions of Sonic Adventure 2 into the PC version. Like, you can take your chows over to the other version. Yeah. So if I technically wanted to cheese it, I could just do that. Or I could just hack the chow in, because they actually made some pretty good chow hacking tools just to skip that whole process. So I'm going to do it as legit as possible. And by legit, I mean I'm going to just use an animal infinitely.
Eggman was right.
Yeah, through the memory cards you can do that. Because if you can extract the memory card data for each save, then you can just import that data into a program which will convert the file to something to use on PC. Because I've actually done that. I converted save data from the PC version of Sonic Adventure 2 back to the GameCube version. It's possible. The files can technically work interchangeably if you have the right program.
Okay. Lester, Johnny's playing Dragon Quest on stream right now. I said, where's Ted?
Well, it's not 5, so he's mad.
Oh no!
He's not 5, so he's mad.
Oh no!
What does Sonic say whenever this happens?
I had it! Oh no. He still says oh no.
Jeez! Oh no, the Chaos Emerald!
It's just not as good of an oh no. Because Knuckles is oh no. But Sonic is oh no. Not as funny.
Oh no.
What's he doing here?
I still, yeah, it's so funny. Oh no.
You guys are too easy.
You were tricked by an Eggman? How could you, Knuckles? You're so stupid. Shut up!
And you serve me too well for your own good.
You can't get away with this! Knuckles,
I can't believe you let
did
Eggman
let
trick
you
you.
again? Like you weren't. Smooth move, knucklehead.
I've got 4 emeralds now.
Yeah, because didn't he really, think about it last time? Last time he worked for Eggman, didn't work for him about
I mean, he
very well,
nearly
did it?
killed Knuckles last time, so yeah. Didn't work out great. He almost died.
Come here, my
Dr.Robotnik plan to control the world. Slowly calling the frustration? Oh no. Oh man, he built Eggman Land, Sonic Unleashed? Oh no.
I'll make him eat dirt.
Oh no.
Hot dog missions you have to do 3 times? Oh no.
Don't remind me of those damn hot dog missions. Never again, man.
Those things are bad. Even when you do the speedrun tricks, the speedrun that, it is still 15 minutes at least. That's at least, and that's if you're good. Like, really good. Like,
Don't
number
get
1, the
me wrong.
leaderboard's good. That's it.
Don't get me wrong, like, Eggman Land is a really good stage in Unleashed, but holy cow, is it a long stage.
Yeah, it's too long for its own good. It's fun, but then after like 10 minutes, you're like, alright, when does this end? I'm gonna keep on dying. Can I get to the end, please? I'm running out of lives. Where's the ending? And it's worse when you game over and have to do the whole thing all over again.
That feeling when I grew up with Unleashed. I grew up with Unleashed too.
Yeah. I did
like
play that one first, and I did like it. Although they did do another stupid thing with that, where to beat the game, they required you to play through that level twice.
Yeah.
And the second time you had to beat it really fast. So it was a little weird in that regard, too. Like, anytime you played Eggman Land, they did something weird with it.
What about Sonic Colors? Sonic Colors is a good game.
Oh, yeah.
I
One of the
don't,
best in
wait,
the
I
series.
don't, can I actually, speaking like Sonic Colors, why does everybody have a take of saying Sonic Colors was a bad game?
I think it's because now we're starting to enter that, like, stupid cycle with it, where it's been out long enough, it's a popular thing, and everyone's hating on it. And it's also Sonic, so they like to hate on X game.
Well, I've
Each
been
one
hearing
changes.
people say too. I'm like, what the heck is wrong with you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why there's a hate scene for it all of a sudden. It's just, I'm thinking it's that standard, it's the popular thing to hate this week, trend, and that's it. Because I never heard a legit reason why people hate it.
I love Colors. Colors is an amazing game.
Yeah, it's good. The only weird thing it probably has is the controls are a little sensitive, but that's because they made the controls around the Wii Remote in mind.
Yeah.
So a D-pad only. That's it. Outside of that, everything else is good to me. I don't even mind it's short because the levels are fun.
I don't even know why people hate it all of a sudden. Like, it just like, I'm like, what are you? Nobody gives a good reason for it, too. Nobody even gives reasons for why you say it's bad.
That's
it's just,
what I'm
it's
saying. It's just the popular thing of the week to hate. Because if there's no reasons, people are just doing it to follow a trend.
And like, I remember back in 2010, we were like, oh my gosh, Sonic is having a renaissance now. After Unleashed was being kind of polarizing.
Yeah.
It's good to see Sonic have a good game now. I remember that back when 2010 when it came out.
Because I remember hearing arguments all the time when Unleashed first came out, which version was better. One was terrible, but the other one was pretty good. Like, people were polarized with it. But I've heard nothing but praise when Colors came out from reviewers and just players in general. 'Cause people loved it.
Even the DS version was really good.
Yeah. There was nothing really wrong with that one either.
I just don't understand why all of a sudden now people have issues with it.
Yeah.
So which came first, the Sonic cycle or Zelda cycle? I want to know. I don't know. But then again,
It's hard to say, yeah.
Sonic fans are never happy, so
yeah, there's also that.
I'm actually going to go look that up here in a couple minutes because that is honestly legit bothering me why people are upset with Sonic Colors all of a sudden.
It's just random.
I said, what's wrong with the game? Was it too short, maybe?
I mean, I know that's one complaint I've heard over the years, which I can understand that, but it's also a thing where, again, I don't mind short because it's good gameplay. As long as it's a fun game to replay over and over, I don't care if it's short because I'll go back and play it, which makes the game longer inherently for that reason. And even then, there was still a lot you had to do in Colors if you wanted to get everything. There was all the Eggman shuttle levels, there was all of the red rings to collect that you had to replay levels multiple times with different wisps. Like, there was a lot of content in the game. So it wasn't just one and done in 4 hours. There was a lot more to it than just that. Completing the game can take much, much longer.
I'm going to go look this up right now because it's actually legit.
Now you've got fighting gloves. To store up power, hold down the action button. Now you can do the maximum heat knuckles attack.
If we want to comment like the Sonic Cycle or Zelda Cycle thing, to be fair, from what I've seen, the Sonic Cycle is always polarizing, it's good or it's bad kind of thing. I've only ever seen a reverse with the Zelda. I've only seen, oh, this game's bad when it's launched. Years later, oh, this game is good. I've never seen it go from bad to good. I've just seen people like really appreciate games after the fact. Like games like Wind Waker, TP, Skyward Sword. They were hated around the time they came out, but now loved. Although Skyward Sword, not so much, because people still hate the controls. Like, I've seen so many comments on Skyward Sword videos saying, I would love to see this get re-released on the Switch with playable controls. Like, people want the game, they like what they played, they just hated the controls. So it's not very much of a Zelda cycle with that. Wait a minute, what the... Where did my yellow key go? Huh? Excuse me! I got that same dialogue where it said the key is floating when I brought it back, so I thought it got placed down, and now it's just gone. I go back.
Well, Lester, Geek Critique, I found a tweet from him. He says that...
Not that guy.
Huh?
Not that guy. I've seen him have some pretty hot takes. Ones that a lot of people don't agree with.
Well, no. He's kind of giving me an idea why people are upset. I guess the reason why is the story.
Really? Of all the things, one of the best written stories people agreed on when it came out, that's why people are hating on it now? Are you serious? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'm just like... What? You play Sonic for the story? Why? Why are you playing Sonic for story?
Well, it's not just that, but again, people liked what the story did because it was cleverly written, it was funny, it was different. It was kind of like the Genesis games and simplicity. I'm like, now why do people hate on that when they loved it in the past? It just, never understood that.
I'm trying to look up something else, but that's what that one tweet says. I'm legit trying to find out why people
I mean,
are saying.
I will say, like, with him, like, give his opinions a grain of salt, because I've seen this video pop up in my recommends a lot from him, where it's like Sonic Adventure 2 was never good, stuff like that. Like, he has hot takes. Like, too radical of hot takes from what I've seen. I've never watched any of this stuff, so I wouldn't know for sure, but from what I've seen, oh boy, pretty hot.
Oh shoot, sorry. I'm legit. This is bothering me. Like, I don't know why people are like saying that it's bad.
Yeah, because no one really wants to give a reason. That story thing is the first thing I've actually heard. Because everything else has just been it's bad because it's bad. Like, never actually a reason. Never an argument. Where am I going? Well, that wasn't the guy with the emblem piece. Where the heck's the emblem? There's the emerald. I went right past it using that attack, and now I'm just staring the camera, Knuckles. No animation. Just stare. Where do my pupils go? Knuckles, get them out of your eye. Get the eyeballs in the center, not in your forehead.
Where am I? This is very strange.
Maybe people hate colors because they introduced the wisps, as petty as that sounds. That would be a weird reason, but I wouldn't put it past the Sonic fan base.
The wisps were active like power-ups, and they complemented the level design that the game that they were introduced in. I don't understand why.
I know some people are getting tired of it only because it's not as clever. I know people didn't care for the wisp when they were introduced in Lost World again because they didn't explain why they were there. They were just there. They do explain it in like extra writing material with the game, but not in the actual game. They just like Sonic's homeworld enough, so they just stay behind.
I'm looking online and it says people say it's just because it's boring and bland design. And I'm like, have you seen aquatic park? Have you seen Planet Wisp? Have you seen the dessert level? I can't even remember the name
Sweet
of it.
Mountain.
Sweet Mountain, that's it. Those are really pretty looking designs.
Yeah. And I never want to hear someone say the writing in the game is bad when they have all those amazing, like, corpse Eggman says when you run around the levels.
Yeah.
Those are amazing.
I'm heading out. Have a good night, everybody. Alright, well, yeah,
have a good night too, Iceberg.
That's
and
probably
that's a quote to live by.
What? I'm back in front of the altar.
Maybe a little salty because Colors is boarded the Steam yet. That is not going to get Colors ported. That's going to just have the opposite effect and never going to have a port.
Wait a minute. I remember. The broken pieces
Didn't I just mention this to you yesterday, Lester, about how, you know, Sega's kind of setting all these good games that just don't remaster for some reason?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, they just recently ported Bayonetta and Vanquish to PS4 and Xbox One.
Yeah.
Like, they're the same as the PC versions, basically. They kind of say these are like enhanced 4K remasters. No, they're not. They're just ports of the PC version. In fact, they're not even 4K. Apparently, I don't know about Vanquish, but I watched the Digital Foundry coverage on Bayonetta because I wanted to see if there's anything different from PC. There's not. Both PS4 Pro and Xbox One X run the game in 1440p. Not even 4K, which is disappointing. Like, come on. You can't advertise these 4K systems and not have 4K. That's stupid to me. At that point, you're better off building a PC for the same price. And you get better graphics. So confusing.
I don't know. It looks like people are saying that it's doesn't deserve the praise it gets because it's more bland and boring. So I'm like, I don't feel like that's a good reason to say a game is bad.
Not really, because that complaint hasn't been around for a decade, so why is that all of a sudden being a problem? It hasn't been for years.
Maybe because I guess Generations did it better, I guess.
I mean, sure, but give it a week and people will call Generations a bad game. Because some people already kind of have called it bad because it just treads too similar water.
I don't know. I don't really find, minus Forces to a degree, don't really find any of the boost games really that bad.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Force itself isn't really bad, it's just kind of bland.
If you want to talk about bland, that Forces is bland.
Yeah, because it doesn't really have much to it. And the reasons to replay things don't feel different enough, so it's just kind of busy work.
I like Forces to a degree, like it's a good, like, afternoon game, maybe.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's not, well, that's another thing is, like, people I saw today saying they're trying to push the narrative that Forces is as bad as 06 and blah blah blah. I said, no. It isn't that awful.
No, it's just boring. That's all. It doesn't really have much to it. That doesn't make it bad like 06.
I said people need to also remember that 06 was a 25-hour slog.
That was also extremely glitchy and barely worked.
Barely worked. Forces, to my degree, didn't have any glitches.
No. The only weird quirk I noticed playing it was on the PC version. You can only either use the analog stick or the D-pad. You couldn't use both at once compared to the console versions. So if you're like me and like playing 2D sections with a D-pad and 3D with a joystick, remap your controls with Steam. You can't do it in Forces, which is really stupid.
Yeah, exactly what Kira said. With an a minimum of 2 hours of loading screens if you play optimal.
Yeah, it was really bad. And people say that Forces is worse in a lot of ways than how it didn't have that long loading times. Even on Switch.
Good lord, I can understand if you're making the comparison with Forces. I can understand that. But come on, man, Forces wasn't like that awful. Like, yeah, it was really uninspiring. It was a very, very short game. But I mean, you paid only $40 for it, so it's not like you.
Although that's why I was more disappointed compared to the others, because I bought both the Switch version and the PC version when they both came out, because I had them both discounted. So I paid like $70 at that point. That was not worth $70. Not even close.
No.
I've only played maybe like an hour or so of the PC, not the PC, the Switch version for that reason. Because I just never really had a drive to go and actually play that version.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Forces isn't horrible. Is it mediocre? Hell yes, it's mediocre.
Yeah, that's why Sega just dropped it after it was out for like 2 months or so, because they just knew it wasn't doing that great, so they just use Forces now for their mobile runner, and that's pretty much it. Because they put all their efforts into Mania instead, the one they knew would do better and was doing better.
I mean, granted, there was one thing about Forces I did like, and that was the Avatar. Customization thing. Using him as a character.
And who knows, we'll actually see that again, because people were mixed on the gameplay with Forces. They may just account that for the Avatar as well.
Yeah, and Forces had some redeeming qualities to it. Just, it was too short. My biggest issue is they used the wrong, one big complaint I had is the font they used for the boss text for their health bars was the worst color combination I've ever seen.
It was not easy to read.
I could not read their boss name. I could not see their health bar.
I think my lever's stuck. Knuckles, push it. Can't move it. Knuckles,
please, Knuckles.
I don't know if Knuckles knows how to push and pull. We're just resetting. What was that crap?
Either push or pull the lever to control the ship's tilt.
But yeah, it's just like, I guess I just don't understand why
it's stuck. Why? We're leaving.
You starting?
Yeah, I have to fully restart by leaving the level. Oh man, that's gonna make me worried if that's gonna happen for like my second piece and I need the third piece. Oof. I'm not gonna like this. I thought you were stronger than that, Knuckles. So did I. Apparently he skipped arm day. He focused too much on leg day. He forgot arm day. He didn't know how to push. He had too much strength in those glutes.
Confidence is my middle name. I thought your name was the. Middle name was the. Gosh, Sonic Boom Knuckles was funny.
Yeah.
I always thought your middle name was the.
Why isn't this lever working? What the heck? I pushed this the first time with no problem. Now he's like, nope. I don't want to push this stupid thing. Why? There's no button combination. You will just walk up and push. I can't beat this level if I can't push the stupid lever. What happened? Physics engine just break?
I guess.
What the heck? How much is it hard to reboot the game? Why? And to keep in mind, all the mods I have on for this thing, they're cosmetic / audio mods. None of these mods have to do with physics. So for that not to work, I am legit confused.
Select your file.
Select your character. Okay, let's go.
We'll make sure the emblem's still collected from earlier. Okay, good.
It better be.
I don't trust things when it comes to that.
It can't be far from here.
I'm skipping the cutscene. We've already seen it. And it's just like a line. In fact, I think that was the same amount of time as watching the cutscenes. That wasn't much of a skip.
Is this his last level?
This is his last level, which is why I'm confused if it's breaking now. Because this is all we need to do and the story is pretty much done. Because the only thing left is the chaos fight.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
I
for
just
this to
couldn't
be
remember
breaking is scary.
Yeah. Yeah, I did find it funny though that Sega, in a sense, kind of retconned forces out of the timeline.
Yeah.
With Mania Plus.
It was kind of a smart thing to do, because if you don't want to talk about it anymore, and Mania's still going on, use that to kind of retcon it. That was a good idea.
I mean, like, I guess it wasn't really retcon. It gotta still happen, but it's just...
Well, now it could be applied in, like, alternate universe or something.
Yeah.
Because now Mania basically has two kind of plots. Either that Sonic goes to Forces, or he just comes back and does the Mania Plus stuff. Alright, let's see if we can push and pull. Because I need the push and pull right now. Just hoping.
It better work.
Yeah, I'm gonna be mad if this doesn't. Because then that means I can't beat Knuckles' campaign.
That means that this whole stream was for moot.
Push or pull the lever to control the ship's tilt.
Tell me how. Knuckle can't push. Why? I did this once and now the rest of it's like, nah.
Punch it! Try punching it.
Now it's working. What the heck? For reference sake, I was holding B the whole time doing that and nothing would work. This is the first time it's finally moved. Alright, we're finally getting progress.
You're welcome.
No, the weirdest part was I was doing it earlier, but wasn't responding to it. It just finally did this time. So what, was I in the right pixel?
Probably.
And I don't like this. To be fair, this is Knuckles' worst level in my opinion anyways. I don't like this level much as Knuckles. That solidifies it? Why could just bug out that bad? I know some people may just say, did you just never press B? I was the whole time. What makes it worse? Now I gotta do it again because my next emblem's in Bay 9. Also, I swear, I'm not gonna be the only one who ever says emblem and emerald, like the same thing when they're so similar words. I always mix these up by saying quick.
What do you think Sakurai said in the
Now you work perfectly.
The Byleth presentation, it says if you don't say emblem correctly and you say emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you.
Yeah, not wrong. That fan base has gotten big, so they like their series pronounced right.
The Fire Emblem police will come and get you. I always thought that was a funny joke he said.
I mean, just recently I learned that I've been pronouncing the company makes my computers wrong because I use Asus. I always just call them Asus.
The last missing piece. All right.
Asus?
Yeah.
To restore the master
It's
emerald.
ASUS. I always read it as Asus. But it's actually pronounced Asus.
Zeus?
Zeus? Where's Zeus? I didn't know Zeus made computer motherboards.
Oh,
It might as well
not
be.
again.
Does Zeus like
What's the
RGB too?
meaning of this?
When he shoots the lightning from the sky, that's just him trying to do RGB. He just only has one color though. It's white.
Hey, what happened here?
I couldn't stop them. They came, and my father. I had no idea
IT call.
how bad this would turn out.
This is, what,
Yeah,
umpteenth
Knuckles
time?
has so many flashback cutscenes with the call. This is the third one. Although the Dreamcast version really makes them very red. More so than DX.
It's the emerald. Wait.
But you can still make out Knuckles' shiny whites.
Almost as bad as the first Sonic
Is this a dream?
trailer Sonic from the
It's
Sonic
more
movie.
like a nightmare.
Why the hell did they give him human teeth?
Yeah, that was a little weird.
Your friends are in front of the ship fighting. Help them.
I finally found all of the missing emerald pieces, but I still
Makes sense.
figure
Knuckles
out
has
the creepy
flashbacks to
monster.
call them both echidnas. Yeah.
That's pretty much the biggest reason, because it's more for him flashing back to his kind. Although after, technically this game actually, they never really referenced the other echidnas ever again. Like the only other game, oh by the way, nice drowning sound, Knuckles. Why are you drowning? But the only other game that ever actually references the echidnas, to my knowledge, actually is Sonic Chronicles. Is that
Oh,
one
God.
alien species is echidna. But besides that game, this was the last like mainline big 3D game that actually used echidnas, and it was their debut. It just kind of died off. I know in the Archie series, like they couldn't really use them anymore, legal reasons. I'm not sure about the games.
There
I
you
don't know
are,
what happened there.
Knuckles.
Well, I hate being that guy, but they used him in the movie.
I'd better let Sonic handle it.
I mean, I didn't know that, so that's actually good to see. The only other time they ever
Yeah.
referenced Knuckles' family.
I must return to
I know
Angel
Ken
Island
Penders is the reason for
and
like the Archies. I've heard that
Master
he
Emerald.
was a big problem for the
No,
echidnas
it
coming
can't
back.
be.
Yeah.
But they never really explained it for the games. I don't think it was
Guess he
the
didn't
reason
get
for the
enough
games.
first time.
That's what I've heard at least. It's hard to say.
You can't stop me from restoring
I just know
the Master
Penders made a big
Emerald.
stink about a lot of things recently, which hasn't helped his case.
No.
Alright, so final boss of Knuckles story, Chaos 6. Same fight as the first time, but with no Eggman, so our little ice things are just in the middle of the battlefield now. And the same thing goes for this fight as I did with the one with Sonic. Charge up your move here, your version of light speed attack with Knuckles. I was a little slow on that one, but you do that, it's double damage. Oh, we didn't get to see that the first time. Yeah, he has a tail whip move. A little different.
The reason why he was sued is because the echidnas were in Dark Brotherhood without his permission.
That
So
could
that's
explain a
another
lot.
reason why he's into the games. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that explain a lot. Cause the guy got really picky about his stuff.
Was Knuckles fighting Chaos 6 after Sonic had beaten him?
Yeah, because canonically how this worked is after Sonic beat up Chaos 6, then both Eggman and Sonic leave, but Chaos 6 regains his energy after the fight and gets stronger,
What's
and then
left
fights
now
Knuckles
is to
instead.
return the Master Emerald safely to
But that
my
works
island.
out because after Knuckles defeats him, then Chaos loses his emeralds for some reason. I don't know how this didn't happen with the Sonic fight, but sure. Now Knuckles got 6 Chaos Emeralds. Now he can get the true ending to Sonic 1.
Ah.
Oh, we're gonna have another character clip out of bounds here. Oh, yep, there he goes. Just zips around upside down. It's so stupid.
Whee.
Ken Penders won that lawsuit because his girlfriend knew enough legal loopholes. Wow, he got lucky he had a girlfriend in law then. That's so stupid. He literally won because he got lucky with the timing. If he wasn't dating that girl at the time, he would have lost.
What do you do? Break up with her afterwards?
Thanks for saving my echidnas. I'm dumping you, bitch.
Oh my gosh.
This should do it. Perfect. All is well now. The Master Emerald and the island have been restored.
There we go. Finished Knuckles' story.
And now, for the island just to start to float again.
You know, to do this thing again.
Yeah. I really hope the train isn't going by this time. The train may just get shook off the tracks with all the force that Angel Island has right now going up.
You know, the thing that bothers me is like, okay, you know, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, they made Angel Island seem like this vast island that has a lot of things on it. Well, when you go on it in freaking Sonic Adventure, it's not that big.
Yeah, it's tiny. Oh, it's even worse when it comes to how it even exists with like Sonic X, because Knuckles just sitting there and one day it just zips over the earth. Like, it just happens.
It's better that way.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, because remember, Angel Island was once just stuck in their home world, but everyone else got teleported to Earth. But then Angel Island just follows like a season later.
Yeah. I think Knuckles was walking in place and the camera zoomed out.
I think you're right on that. I think if you take control of the camera at that point, Knuckles may just be walking in place.
Well, there you go. You beat Knuckles' story. That's 3 down. The next one's Amy.
Yeah. It's hard to hear this song now without the Knuckles edit. Unlike Knuckles, I don't know Knuckles. I rather flex my Knuckles. So good. I think that Frank Your Face Z site that has all the Knuckles and Knuckles still exists. I'm trying to see if I have in my bookmarks here. I might still have it, and that'll tell me if the site still
I'm
exists.
Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'm Knuckles. I'm Knuckles.
Yeah, it still exists. nknuckles.frankyourfacez.com. It's a thing.
Post in the chat so everybody gets that cancer.
It's you're not wrong on that one. You let that site go for a while, and your screen is nothing but Knuckles.
Lester posts it. You gotta get. Everybody gets free cancer on their computer.
Yeah. There's your red Knuckles. Leave that sign on forever. Just turn that sign on your coworker's computer when they're not looking. They're gonna come back and wonder who the heck touched my computer. Was it that Sonic guy again?
Oh gosh, I better turn my computer down. Wait, the song's not even playing on mine.
Did they? I don't know if the video still exists. There was a specific video it linked to, and maybe the video died.
Oh. Well, I'm just gonna leave it on so I can get Knuckles all over my screen.
Yeah, I think the video must have got taken off of YouTube because, yeah, the site's not playing audio for me either. I'm playing off mobile and I don't hear anything. Well, that's sad.
I'm on Knuckles. I'm Knuckles.
But at least the Knuckles load still. It was supposed to be how the site used to work. It would play the music for the Knuckles and Knuckles on a loop, And every time the song said Knuckles, a new Knuckles would appear on screen. But now with the song delisted off YouTube, deleted and all that, yeah, that kind of breaks the site. The site still works, but it's kind of empty.
That's sad. That makes me sad now.
That probably got pulled around the time a lot of video game OSTs got pulled off YouTube when Nintendo kind of hit that one channel hard. Because I know it was after that one channel died, so many other people pulled their video game music uploads off. But there's like a full version of that song. The beginning is good, and then you get to like the other half, like, holy crap, this is not safe for work material. It gets dark and dirty.
I think the song's still on YouTube. Okay, let me
Yeah,
look.
I think the full version of it's still on YouTube. I don't think the loop version that the FFZ site used still available.
Can I say why in this it has Love Live characters in it?
Yeah.
Why?
Weird, I know.
Why does this video have Love Live character? What the f-
It's a weird video. Makes no sense.
Like, I get all the other ones because it's Knuckles. But
Yeah, there we go. I heard it. I said earlier in the stream, there's a part where he plays with himself. I get it on by myself is the lyric I was questioning. That's it. What a way to end it on.
oh my god.